As usual, we will thank, show gratitude and obeisances to His Divine Grace Abhi Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Till yesterday, it was in a different picture. And today, after hearing the biography of Srila Prabhupada, we see Srila Prabhupada in different. He is the person who showing us the path. Actually, is giving the life to us. So we were all nowhere. Not even we are so ignorant that we don't know what is our life is. So Srila Prabhupada was made this subject so easy so that we all can understand. He has made so many modifications, so many changes, so that it has to come, reach to us, and we should be able to understand and participate in this bhakti or the devotional service of the Lord. Yes. So, yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, 17th chapter, last chapter, what did we see? Shraddha, Shraddhatraya Vibhava Yoga, the division of faith in three modes. Everyone will be in some other mode, but how to go beyond that, the Shuddha Sattva. So Krishna, Arjuna, on his compassion to all the living entities, is asking, so what about a person who don't follow this Bhagavad Gita? What happens to them? Krishna answers that they follow their nature, whatever the nature they have, they develop their regular natures. Then here it is seen how all the activities can be transformed to transcendental activities. Let us be a faith, worship, food, sacrifice, conduct, speech, mind, control, everything. And finally, the charity. How should we do the charity? How should we engage ourselves? Become bindedness. We are already getting binded in this material world for each and every activities. How should we be free from that? Many things we learned. Then the real enjoyer, it is Supreme Lord. So Shuddha Sattva means engaging in reality, engaging everything in the Lord's service becomes Shuddha Sattva. Yes. And today's chapter is summary of Karma Yoga, modes of nature, ideal work, law of God, and end result. The end result of all the living entities is to surrender to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam rajaham tvam sarva papyabhyo mokshayishyami ma chuchaha. Krishna says, surrender unto me. After hearing everything, the last portion is surrender unto me. Sarva dharman parityajya. Dharma, give up all your duties. Let it be anything for that sake. Never ever we can be perfect in any of our job. How much ever we try, we cannot become perfect. To finally surrender to the Lord, everything becomes perfect. It is something like Krishna is one. And rest all our material activities is zero. How many ever zeros we have in our life, it's of no use. Till then you don't add one to that zero. Isn't it? You have 1 0. If you add 1, it becomes 10. You have multiple zeros. You have 3 zeros. You had 1, it becomes 1,000. Otherwise, it remains as 0. So our material life is only zeros. Till then, we don't have Krishna in our life. It's of no life. It's of no useless. Clear? Yes. So today I'll start with a small story. The same verse, Sarvadharman Parityajya, speaking about this verse. So this was during the period of Ramanujacharya. There was a great disciple by name Dasarathi. Dasarathi was such a great person. He was a great scholarly person. When Ramanujacharya is giving some classes like this, when he is not able to remember some shlokas, he will ask Dasarathi. Dasarathi, in Agni Purana, there is some verse. What is that related to this topic? He will say that. From Padma Purana, he will say that. From many Puranas, many Dasas, whatever he asks questions. So it is Dasarathi who was giving the answer. Just you can see what was his knowledge or his scholarly intelligence. He was able to remember everything. But he came to know that Kuratalwar had asked the question of this Sarvadharman Parityajya to Ramanujacharya and very easily conveyed him the message of the Sarvadharman Parityajya, the inner meaning of this sloka. Now Dasarathi wants to know this. So he'll go to Ramanujacharya, he'll say, please, my dear spiritual master, please let me know the inner meaning of this Sarvadharman Parityajya. Then Ramanujacharya said, for this, to reply to this verse, a person should be completely surrendered. And I don't think I'm completely surrendered here. So you go and ask my spiritual master, Shailapurna, he might answer you. Then he went to Shailapurna. It's a big story. He goes there, serves for many days, then he'll ask this question. Then Shailapurna says, who can be a better surrendered soul than Ramanujacharya? So you should go and ask Ramanujacharya, he can answer you. So once again, he will come back, he will ask Ramanujacharya. So this is the reply I got from your spiritual master. It is only you who can answer this. Meanwhile, what happened? One lady was standing there and she was crying. Who was she? She was the daughter of Ramanujacharya's another spiritual master, that is Mahapurna. So a few days back only she was got married, and now she has come back because in her village, in husband's house, what has happened? She has to do all the services like cooking, cleaning, washing vessels, washing clothes, cleaning the house. Apart from all this, she has to go a long distance to get the water. Around 3 miles or 5 miles, she has to go and get the water for the house. So it is a very difficult job for her. So she requested the family members. So can you get a maid servant for me so that who can get water from the distance? Rest all the work I can do. So they were very angry on what is this? You need a maid servant. You go to your father, get the maid servant. They sent her back. She came to Mahapurna, her father, and she asked. And he said, Are Baba, I myself am a servant here. Where will I provide you a servant? You can go to my disciple Ramanujacharya. He might help you. And she came near, standing in front of Ramanujacharya, and she's crying that I don't have any other alternative or any other solution for this other than you. Only you can save me. Otherwise, definitely I'll see some well or some pond somewhere. I'll go and die. I'll suicide myself. I cannot go and serve there. It is so difficult, and they are not even providing any maid servant, anything for this. Then Ramanujacharya, now the Rasariti has entered. He gave the obeisances. Then he said, This is the reply your spiritual master has given. Then Ramanujacharya is turning towards Dasarathi and saying to this lady, I have a wonderful servant for you who can cook, can wash clothes, who can wash vessels, everything, can get the water, everything he can do. And Dasarathi understood. So my master is saying to me, he gave the obeisances to Ramanujacharya. He said, My dear, I'm ready for this. He's such a scholarly person. He's ready to do this such a menial service just on the order of his spiritual master. Just he went behind that lady. I went to their house. He started cooking, washing the clothes, washing these vessels, getting the water, all the household works he was doing. This went on for many months. Later part, one person, another scholar who came to that village, he started giving a class on the same verse, Sarvadharman Parityaja. But he was not fully knowledgeable person. So he's giving in a different way. It never matches to that verse. And Dasarathi, he was not able to tolerate hearing this. He came out. He said, What are you saying? Whatever you are saying is rubbish. It is not absolutely right. Then, but what was the dress he had worn? He was cooking. He has come with that spoon or something. He has come out. And this person who was giving the class, he saw him and said, What's your job? What are you doing? You are a cook. Go and see your job. Just don't go and do cooking part. Don't come and give a class to me. Only I'm having such a scholarly knowledge I have. I've studied so many Puranas, so many this thing, and you're teaching me? Get lost from me. See, he was insulted and he came back. And once again, he's saying that he is giving some all wrong things. He's explaining from this verses. And you will see hundreds of people were gathered. Finally, he thought, okay, because he's insulting me, I came back. But what will happen? Because he's giving a wrong message to the people, hundreds of people will understand in a wrong way. So let me go and correct it. Then he came out. Then he started explaining this verse of Sarvadharman Parityaj. It was so wonderfully he was explaining, giving the references from all the Puranas and Ityadi, everything. The person who was explaining this verse, he was sitting in a big asana. At once he got down. He got down. Then finally, he was hearing, he came near the feet of this Dasarathi. Finally, fell at his feet and said, Mahatma, who are you? How could you explain so wonderfully? Can I know your name? Then finally said, with a shyness, he said, I'm servant of Ramanujacharya. What's the name, sir? I'm Dasarathi. As soon as hearing the Dasarathi, see, those days, the name was spreading all over, but they couldn't recognize who was that personality. They were used to get the message, oh, there's a great scholarly person, Dasarathi, who is the disciple of Ramanujacharya. Everyone knows this, but they don't know who that person is. And now he's saying, I'm Dasarathi. As soon as he said Dasarathi, the people who were gathered there, they completely fell at the feet of Dasarathi, and everyone was so happy to have the presence of Dasarathi. Meanwhile, what happened? The people who were in that house, they came running. Are Baba, so many days we have taken service from such great person. So they fell at this person's Dasarathi's feet and they said, they asked for forgiveness. They had this pallaki, they arranged a pallaki and they took Dasarathi to Ramanujacharya. So now, actually, I explained this is what happened. So I'm serving my spiritual master. Then finally they took to Ramanujacharya and they asked forgiveness even with Ramanujacharya, and they said, we don't need any maid servants. We felt you'll send some servant, but we did not know that you'll send such a great person, Dasarathi, as the service to our house. In this way, they came and brought back this Dasarathi. And finally, Ramanujacharya embraced Dasarathi and said, in this whole creation, only you who understood what is Sarvadharman Parityaj. What is that? Surrendering unto the words of spiritual master. What spiritual masters convey us? Only the message of the Supreme Lord. Till then, we don't surrender to the spiritual master. There is no way surrender to the Supreme Lord. This is the ultimate meaning of this verse. Okay, let us go further. And today's acronym is SMILE. Summary of Karma Yoga, Modes of Nature, Idol, Worker, Law of God, and End Results. Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. This chapter's name is Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Summary of Karma Yoga. Now Krishna is saying one after the other. Now he says about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, everything. Ultimately, he'll say surrender. Now you can see a true renunciation. So you have to just recap all your chapters which you have heard. From the 3rd chapter and the 5th chapter about the Karma Yoga. The true renunciation, false renunciation, isn't it? Yes. Acting with determination is true renunciation and brings freedom from reaction. So with the determination, detachment through attachment. When you're getting more and more attached to Krishna, automatically get detached from the material things. This is the process. And everything has to be served in the Lord's service. Everything should be offered in the Lord's service. Then it is true renunciation. If you completely give up the activity itself, it's a false renunciation. Clear? Yes. Then detached from fruits, but not those activities themselves. Renounced order of life, sannyasa, and renunciation of the fruits of action, tyaga, are the same. To understand this, a sannyasi and a tyagi is both same. A person who is a grihastha and a sannyasi is same. Is equally potent to get liberated. Is equally potent to get liberated, even a grihastha. Just to convey this message, I'll say one more story. So one time there was a brahmachari, a great sadhu. He was meditating on the Lord, sitting under a tree. So while just meditating on the Lord or chanting the holy names of the Lord, we'll get some divine powers. The very first power we get is Vakshuddhi. Whatever we say comes true. Just by chanting the holy names of the Lord. So powerful it becomes our tongue. Anything comes out of our tongue, any verbal things or anything becomes true. And this person was chanting the holy names of the Lord. Meanwhile, what happened? A small sparrow. So sitting on the tree, it just passed its stool and it fell on this sadhu. He became very much angry. He just opened his eyes, made it red hot, and saw towards that sparrow. At once, that sparrow was completely burned to ashes. Even this person was not able to believe, oh, I have so much of powers. Oh, now he's puffed up. Then how is his life? Sannyasi's life is going to house and begging for the alms and living. That's it. So he went to the one of the house and he was begging. Bhavati Bhikshan, he was saying. And that lady who was in that house, she sent a voice. I'm serving my husband. Please, sir, wait for a few minutes. I'll come and serve. And he was waiting, and she did not come out. He was very angry. I'm such a great person. How could she make me to wait outside in the street like this? Once again, he started shouting, Bhavati Bhikshanti. Like this 2, 3 times he shouted. Then the lady came out. Then she said, extremely sorry. I was serving my husband. In the middle, I was not able to come. Sorry. Then she provided him some fruits or something. But this person was very angry on this lady and he made his eyes red hot and he was staring at her. Then she said very coolly, do you think I'm a sparrow on the tree to burn me into ashes? This person he was completely bewildered, fell at the feet of that lady. My dear lady, how could you know this? Something happened in the forest. How could you know this? And finally she said, I'm serving my husband. I'm serving my husband. So I could know everything. The same powers which you get, even I get, just by serving my husband. You're able to understand this? This is the power of chastity. Our prescribed duties, whatever we do, that itself gives the power to us. Then what to speak about devotional service, serving the Supreme Lord. You know, I hope you all hear the stories of Sati, Savitri, Anusuya, and Sati Anusuya, many things like this. So many stories are there where she was able to even stop the movement of the sun just by her chastity. Clear? But today we don't have such kind of knowledge, We don't think importance of chastity, and for male to be in a dharmic way, truthful. So many things are there which gives us this divine powers. Materially engaging certain things gives us power. And here it is said, sannyasi and a real tyagi, both are renunciant or both the same. A grihastha and a sannyasi can be equally potent, equally get liberated from this material world, just sincerely doing his duties. Clear? Yes. Then, work performed in this way is renunciation in the mode of goodness. The mode of goodness, exactly doing this is mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, if we do our renunciation, all our duties itself will give us more power. Not power like it makes us to get liberated from this material world also. Okay, now Krishna is saying, Nahi deha pratasakyam tyaktam karmani asheshatah yastu karma palatyagi satyayati abhidhiyate. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities. Definitely no one can give any activities. Even the laziest of the lazy person does some of the other activity. But he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. So even a person, lazy person, will not give up the activities of results of his activities. But a renunciant, a great person with complete knowledge, even breathing, we are breathing, no? That is also sin. That is also sin. Why? Because we are killing many invisible living entities just by our breathing. Just by eating something, we are killing. Some will say, oh, non-vegetarian is killing vegetarian. No, even rice, for that example, even rice you sow in the land, it sprouts. That means you're killing and eating it. So, jivasa jivanam, that is the way of creation. That is the way it is. So, but what is happening here? Anything that we do, our activities, it's only we are binding in this material world. It's all transforming into a sin. Clear? Yes. So, how to get liberated from this? So all our activities, all this has to be offered in the service of the Lord. Then it becomes resultless. That is akarma. Then you'll become a real renunciant. Clear? Yes. Motivation from false ego. See, there are 5 factors, but one is the uh, Supreme Lord who does all the activities. But by false ego, we may not be able to realize this. Prakriti kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankara vimodatma kartaham iti manyate. So with false ego, he thinks that I am the doer, but everything has been done by the Lord. We are just an instrument in the hands of the Lord. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge reveals this, and we'll understand this. In this way, we'll be able to accept anything which comes in our life, and we just try to be as instruments in the hands of the Lord. Clear? Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the 5 factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Without knowing the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we may not be able to understand how everything is running, how this creation has been done, and how the activities are going on. Does not consider the final doer, the Supreme Lord. So everything has been sanctioned by the Lord. Upadashtanamanta Chabarta Bhakta Maheshwara. Sitting in the heart as Paramatma. Only when we permits that activity comes to an completion. Clear? Yes. Motivated by false ego, consider oneself as independent doer of one's actions. This person thinks independently, I am doing this. Many we have puffed up also. Because of me, this family is running. Isn't it? Otherwise, who will take care of you all? It is me who am taking care. No way, it is the Supreme Lord who is doing it. By false ego, we are thinking, in the forest, there are so many living entities who's taking care of it. We are not going there to give some food to the elephants and the ants and everything. It is the Lord who is providing it. The same way, everything, even myself, I am being taken care by the Lord, and even my family members are taken care by me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just an instrument in the hands of the Lord, and just providing. Krishna is giving everything on behalf of Krishna. I'm taking care of this. That's it. So this is the ultimate knowledge. Clear? Yes, true motivation. Yasya nahang kruto bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatva pisa ima loka nahanti na nibadyate. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill. Forget about all other activities. I said, even breathing is a sin. Then what else you can do now? Now here, becoming a devotee of the Lord, even if you kill someone, it is not considered as killing someone. nor is he bound by his actions. Just see the difference. This is to the extreme activity or the sin you're doing, and still it is sinless. And here, just for a living sake, you breathe, it becomes a sin. Anything selfish, anything for me, it's only results in sin. Anything for the Supreme Lord, it results in sinless. Any kind of activities for that matter. Clear? Yes. Motivation from Super Soul. One is complete Krishna consciousness under the direction of Super Soul within the heart. How he is a person who is completely surrendered to the Supreme Lord and he is working on the instructions of the Supreme Lord. How is he? Naturally not bound by any activity. He don't have any responsibilities in his whole creation. But he is not responsibleless. He is doing his responsibility as a husband, as a wife, as a father, as a mother, as a child, whatever the role you are playing, is very responsibly doing it, but without any attachment. Yeah, not ultimately responsible for their actions. So anything is happening, he is not result oriented. Karmanyevati karastama paleshu kadachana ma karma phale turburmate sangosu karmani. Very clear. He's doing his activities, he's not result oriented because the result comes from the Supreme Lord. Think Krishna as supreme cause of all causes. It is Krishna, Ishvara, Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. Very clear. The scriptures are very clearly conveying the message to us. Sarva Karana Karanam, for all the cause of causes. It is the Supreme Lord. Clear? Yes. Does not get enamored by the fruits of their actions. So anything is results is coming by my action. He's not worried about it. He's happy, whatever it comes. That's why many times I say, accept your life. Whatever it comes, accept it. It's happiness, wonderful, be happy. It's something difficult you're facing, some challenges. That is also a happiness. Enjoy it. Any sorrow things, any things happen in our life, you enjoy that also because everything is coming through Krishna. Clear? So not motivated by false ego. This person is not with false ego and intelligence is not entangled. Is having his complete intelligence. So intelligence is not entangled because it is filled with Bhagavad Gita message. Clear? Yes. Modes of nature. Now we will see in this modes how all these activities have been done. That is knowledge, action and work, understanding, determination, and happiness. Yes. Three modes are very, 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 very important because we are living. That is the source of this material body, these three modes. So how do you deal in your activities is more important. And knowledge. Forget about this. What is our knowledge? Sending our kids to the schools and colleges, what are we making them to read? All ignorance. It is called me science. Only ignorance we are making them to read. When it is not related anything to my life, how could it be useful to me? Today's education, how it is going on? It is completely rubbish, nothing useful. I don't say it is completely useless also. Sometimes for material needs, it's okay. But what is the use for me now? For my body, it is fine. But I'm not this body. Then how it matters for me? See, goodness sees everything as same spirit soul, absolute. So Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmani Gavayastini Shunishai Vishapaki Pandita Samadarshina. He sees an equal vision. He sees the spirit soul within everyone. And today's education, there is no concept of spirit soul only. So humans have come from the apes, isn't it? That is what we learn, and that's what we have learned also. That's what we think. And the theory of Big Bang theory, just banging something will come out. They don't consider there's a supreme lord behind all our activities or all the creations behind. So that is ignorance. That is science. It cannot be knowledge. Okay, passion sees different souls in everybody based on duality. And this person who is in passion also understands, yes, there is soul, but he thinks in a different way. Oh, this is dog soul, this is cat soul, this is human soul. He cannot come out of that. Not to speak of a person who's in ignorance, tamoguna, attached to one kind of work as all in all materialistic, completely material knowledge. Today's present education is completely material knowledge where it is completely not at all related to us. There's physics, there's history, there's mathematics, so many things. What for we are we reading? Many of us also, we have studied many things. Is anything useful to us now? No way. Clear? So I'll say small story. Once in same, one master in his school, he wants to give a question to his students where nobody should answer that question. In that way, he wants to ask a question. So he said that, so From Bangalore to Mysore, it is 150 kilometers. I hope you all can understand. You also can calculate. Bangalore to Mysore, it is 150 kilometers. Now let me know what is my age. Please tell me what is my age. You think anywhere it is related? This distance to Bangalore to Mysore and his age, how it will be related? So everyone are blinking, all the students are blinking, and that's what the master also needed. Nobody should answer this question. But one person stood. Master, I know your age. Is it? Okay, what is my age? 48, 48 years, he told. Now the master started blinking. Are how come? Because his age was 48. Perfectly same. Hare Baba, how did you understand this? Oh, you said the question, I came to know. Yes, but how did you calculate? How did you came to know? Because I have a brother, so I came to know. Hare Baba, you have an elder brother, fine. So how come you know this? He is 24 years. So what if he is 24 years? How is my age is 48 years? No, no, my dear master. He is half mental. Okay, let him be half mental. Why my age is 48? Because you are full mental. His age is 24. You are double. So your age is 48. In this way, everything like this kind of foolishness is happening. Nowhere it matters to our life. So, what to do? But somewhere, at least to our kids in the house, we should teach this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, all those things. Say the life lessons. How should we live in this material world? How this body gets binded? How we should get liberated? So many things. Clear? Action, our work. We cannot change the society, but I can change my family, isn't it? What is in our limitations we can do? Then goodness, regulated, performed without attachment, love or hatred, without desire for fruitive results, false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm. Any action a person does in goodness, a person who was attending this session, for example, if I give, from the day one, he joins at 5:30 until today is joining at 5:30. Is completely dedicated. Clear? And in his process, he's not even expecting for any results. He's free from that and is enthused, determined. And a person who is in passion, seeking to gratify senses from false ego, attached to work and fruits of work, greedy, envious, impure, moved by joy and sorrow. So all the activities he does, and even a person who is in Rajaguna here in the class, he's chanting, nothing is happening. I had a problem. Had such a big loan. I thought by chanting that loan will be cleared. Nothing has happened. I'm chanting. Nothing is happening. There's no Krishna. Nothing happening. In that way, he's just chanting. He's doing everything. He does all his activities, but he's result oriented. He needs something at very short period. Something. Everything should happen. This millions of lifetimes is coming suffering, but now once he holds his beats, he wants all the results to happen at once. Definitely, it will fulfill, but it takes time. It's an ignorance. Now you're thinking, I have a big loan. Let me take some loan also by chanting that loan gets clear. You cannot cheat Krishna. Okay, ignorance. Performed in illusion, without regard for scriptural injunctions, without concern for future bondage, impelled by envy, caused violence or distress, engaged in works against the injunctions of scriptures, materialistic, obstinate, and cheating. Only these things, only cheating. I don't want to say this, but still, even I'm giving the example of this session, so I don't want to say that. So many think that I'm coming just to show off something like that, not learning anything, not chanting, not offering, just to show. And many others, they very much wanted to attend these sessions from the day one, and they are not able to overcome their mode of ignorance because ignorance is sleep. So they are sleeping. They'll have an alarm at 5 o'clock. They'll off. They'll wake up at 8 o'clock. They say, oh, class got over. And today also they might have been thought the same thing. Last session, definitely I'll attend this session. They'll sleep in the night, morning. The session is already completed by the time they wake up. So they are also trying their level best, but because their mode is in ignorance, they are not able to overcome it. The mode is controlling. Here, yes, understanding. Goodness knows what is to be done and not done, what is to be feared and not feared, what is binding and liberating. This is the knowledge it gives. So the activity, simplest of the simple activities, what is binding and not binding, as you know. So what has to be done and what has to be feared. Today we are feared of this something. For example, a Brahmana is walking on the road. You're least bother. You even insult him, saying some hey, Juttu Pujari, that Pujari, this something. Always insult him also. What do you think a rowdy is going? And sir, Namaste, sir, will say, isn't it? We don't know whom to get feared and not to fear. Hare Baba, by insulting a Brahmana, your many lifetimes you have to suffer. Many, many lifetimes you have to suffer by just insulting a Brahmana. You don't know that knowledge. And this person who is, you have to insult him, but rather you are respecting him. Both the ways you're getting binded in this material world. Clear? Yes. And you don't know what to be done and not done, and which is binding us. A small example I'll give. In those days and comparing to today, in those days there were many vegetable vendors used to come to the house, they sell, and this thing all was happening because I have experienced this. When we buy some, okay, one example of carrot, you'll think carrot will ask for 1 kilo. He will weigh that. After weighing it, he will give, and 1 or 2 carrots he will take and put. What is that? In Kannada, we say that as kosru. Kosru means something extra is putting. We'll think that this person is a fool, giving more than the weight. But he's not a fool, he's a Mahatma. Not an ordinary person, he's a Mahatma because he understands what is binding him and not binding him. That 2 carrots will bind him for his many lives. So he's just giving, I don't want to be a debt to this person. Let me give more, not less, because that binds me. So let me give more. Nothing problem in it. But today, what is happening? We think that anything snatching from others, we are happy. And a person now, the same person waiting this 1 kilo, you think he'll try to put this and this needle or something, he'll push so that 2 carrots he can put less. Because he don't know what is binding him. He thinks that by two carrots in 1 kilo, I'll be earning more. My life will be happy. No. Many lifetimes will start suffering because of that 1 carrot or 2 carrots. This is knowledge. This is knowledge. So what is binding me and what is not binding me? So this realization happens once we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Clear? Yes, passion. Cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, does not know what should be done and should not be done. He cannot understand what is religion and irreligion, which is dharma and which is adharma. So he does based on whimsically on his modes, he does it. Clear? So he'll get binded. Then ignorance considers a religion to be a religion and vice versa. This is a fool, no? Is fool number one. A person who's in tamoguna. He does exactly opposite to what the scriptures say. Because that is what is attracting to him. And he'll become a demon, Even reading this Bhagavad Gita person, sorry to say, a person who is sitting here also, even after hearing all this Bhagavad Gita classes, next day he'll go and do all the wrong things, just opposite to this message of the Lord. Because that is his mode. Many of us, we are sitting here and hearing, are we able to transform ourselves? No. You ask to chant, will you chant? No. Why will I chant? They are fools, they don't have much time. They are doing it. I am busy person. I cannot do this. Oh, keeping in front of the Lord some food, will he honor it? Everything, same thing is written in bed. What foolishness is stupidity. Keeping some food in front of the Lord and thinking that it is big naivedya, many things. He can never ever follow this also because he is in ignorance. He is in darkness. He under spell of illusion and darkness, always in wrong direction. He can never ever realize, he cannot even imagine to do such kind of activities. He thinks this is foolishness. I hope one or other two person will be in everyone's family. Isn't it? Wife will be doing the Vishnu service and husband, what fool is this? Everything. Morning, she wakes up and disturbance to everyone, many things they'll be saying, isn't it? And husband is saying, what kind of a sadhu are you now? Take care of me means you're going and seeing Krishna. Where is Krishna show? Where is he? Isn't it? You'll see one or two persons in every family, you can see this. Forget about outsiders. In our family only, we can see all these experiences. Determination, goodness, unbreakable, steadfast, control mind, life, and senses. So, unbreakable determination. As I said, from the day one to the last day, he is sitting at 5:30 comes. If nobody is coming, also fine. I can do that. He is determined to change his life. Definitely, his life gets transformed. 18 days is sufficient for his life to be get transformed. Clear? Yes. Passion holds fast to fruitive results in economic development, religion, and sense gratification. Clear? Is always result oriented. The same example applies here also. See, why I'm giving this example of this session, like it should be very much practical. If I say something else, how you can relate to that? Isn't it? Something we are hearing this session, it has to be related something so that we can think, oh, in which mode am I? What happens? Why I'm doing this way? That means I have such kind of mode. So I have to get transformed. I have to come out of this. That means at least somewhere there should be a try for it. At least we should know what mistakes I am doing here, isn't it? Till then, you don't realize that I'm committing a mistake. Where is the change in our life? Yeah, then ignorance cannot go beyond dreaming, lamenting, moroseness, illusion, and fearfulness. Only dreaming, that is morning dream, you say. Nothing. Once I said a story, I think, I don't know whether I said or no. So, one person, this dreaming part, I'll say. So one person, he was very poverty stricken. He went to a person, he took 100 rupees loan so that he can start a new business. So he started a business of selling the milk. So 10 rupees was 1 liter. He purchased 10 liters. So 100 rupees he purchased and he was selling it for 15 rupees. So then he went under a tree. He thought of taking rest. And he slept, kept the milk can there and he slept for a while. In that he's dreaming. So he's dreaming and he's thinking, see, now if I start selling for 50 rupees, I'll be getting 5 rupees income. So 50 rupees per day I'll earn. So every day in 2 days, I'll give this debt back to him. Then I'll start earning more and more. Then what happens? I'll purchase a cow for myself and I'll have more profit in it. Then I'll open my own dairy. Then I'll become a millionaire. Then I'll become so famous that to the whole state or to the whole country, I'll be the person who is giving, supplying this milk. Then I'll have so many maid servants to me, to one to my leg, one to massage my hand. In this way, he's just meditating on this and he's dreaming that some servant is coming and massaging his leg. Oh, he's so proudly sitting there. And this person presses his legs a little harder. It's like, I'm such a great person. You don't know how to massage me. He just kicks him. What happened there? There was a milk can. He kicked the milk can. Yeah, all the milk which he purchased went down. This is called dreaming. Many of us does, I think. We cannot do the small things, but we think to do bigger things we never will do in our life. Smallest of small things we may not be able to do, but we think we can do many huge things. So this is all our ignorance. The reality is, what can I do? Thinking that one more thing else, a reality, just to know where do I stand? What is my position? That is reality. We cannot become our neighbors. We cannot become somebody else. What am I? I am, that's it. Just to understand this, it takes many years, and sometimes many people take lifetimes also. Just to understand our positions, where do I stand, and how should I engage myself. But Bhagavad Gita teaches us happiness in three modes. This happiness also is in three modes. That is, poison at beginning ends like nectar. Self-realization. What is that? Same this session example I'll give you. Poison at beginning. Who don't love sleeping, you say here? Everyone likes sleeping, isn't it? Waking up in the morning is poison to us. Oh, I should wake up. Yes, it is little bit painful, little bit austerity you wake up. But end is nectar, because after hearing this class or engaging yourself in the Lord's, you're so blissful, you're so happy. Oh, bah, I got some knowledge, something new thing in my life I've learned. What is that? Self-realization. You get self-realized now. You have understood that you are a soul. You are not this body. So how should I deal in my life? What are the activities should I do? So you're learning everything. Clear? Yes. Now a person who's in passion, nectar at first, poison at end, arise from sense gratification. A person who wants to sense gratify. Are sleeping is nectar, no? Let me sleep. Then finally somebody's friend will say, I heard this session. Wonderful. I've realized so many things. So you'll see the transformation of his friend. Then it is poison to him. I missed out. I missed out. He just repents for his whole life. Clear? Yes. Then ignorance out of illusion arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion. Poison in beginning, poison at end also. In the beginning also it is poison, and also it is poison. Clear? Yes. Nowhere. Not in this lifetime, not in next life. Is always in illusion, laziness, or is boozing day and night, and something like that kind of thing. So it's very difficult to come out of this ignorance, but a person who comes out of this ignorance, definitely there is lots mercy, because he may not be in this session. Okay, then idle worker. Four social order and duties, perfection through work, attaining the supreme. Four social orders and duties. Please make a note of 18th chapter, 42nd verse speaks about Brahmana. Shamodamasapa Shaucham. It says a verse where what are the qualities of a Brahmana? The 9 qualities of a Brahmana: peacefulness, self control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. A person who's having all these qualities is a Brahmana. Very simple it is. A person without this knowledge, even is wearing this genuine, he's having tilak, that, there's many things. His family is from a great Brahminical family, whatever it might be. If he's not having these qualities, he cannot claim himself to be a Brahmana. Clear? Yes. And a Kshatriya, the next verse itself speaks about Kshatriya: heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership. Having a leaderly power or leaderly knowledge, that person is naturally is a Kshatriya. And his heroism is powerful, something like army person. And today's army, don't think everyone is Kshatriyas. No one. Politicians, nobody is a Kshatriya. Many think, oh, army people are Kshatriyas. No. Yes, there might be some naturally Kshatriyas who are giving their life to the nation. But there are so many people just for their life settlement, they go and join this army so that they get good salary, their life will be settled in this way. And there they'll start cheating, sending somebody in the war, staying backside, something like this, all they do. Because they are not Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas never get ever get feared to death, you know. He stands in the front. Is actually Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra representative of the Lord. Brahmana is the representative of the head, and Kshatriyas are the representative of the arms. Arms duty is to protect. Naturally, he'll have that kind of inclination to protect everyone, even what I can say, giving his life. So he's ready to die, but not ever is giving harm to others. He wants to protect everyone. Naturally, he'll have such kind of nature. That person is a Kshatriya. But today we cannot find any politicians. There's so many war going on in this world. Do you think the politicians are outside? No. They are sitting inside some bulletproof room or something there, and innocent army people they're sending to die. Definitely, this is not the nature of a Kshatriya. You know? Yes. And Vaishya. Vaishya, farming, cow protection, and business. A person who does business, it should be only a Vaishya. And cow protection, Goraksha, and farming. You know, if one Vaishya is there in one village or one town, the whole village or the town, nobody sleeps hungry. Not human beings, even animals. Animals will not sleep hungry. There is one Vaishya because he represents the stomach of the Supreme Lord. He takes care of all the living entities' stomach. That is what he's doing. Even in those days, you can see the houses, how it was. They had one goat, one rabbit, one chicken, so many things, dogs, cats, everything. They'll be feeding all the living entities. And those days there was no money, there was exchange thing. Never least bothered how much I am giving, how much I am taking. My family is of 4 members, so they have cultivated some vegetables. They'll take which is limited for his 4 members, but is their families for 10 people are there. What he is cultivating, he gives for 10 people. He's least bothered how much I'm giving, how much taking. Towards a service. Today, even for a single rupee, we'll see that how much I'm giving, how much I'm taking. Always we are wanted to snatch from others. So Vaishya is a great person. So many qualities. And Shudra, I have said about Shudra also. Labor and service to others. He does service to others. But what is the great quality is that? Trustworthy. Trustworthy. Today, who can have a trustworthy person? Always a businessman is scared. What happens if this servant he'll goes away? He'll learn all this and he'll go have his own business. We cannot trust any person because they are not a qualified Shudras. Then where will get these qualities of Vaishya and Brahminical all things, isn't it? Yes, but devotional service makes us perfection. See, perfection through work. One can become perfect by doing all the duties of his respective varna for the Lord's pleasure. Once you start your service to the Lord's pleasure, everything becomes perfection. You can see this picture. Who's you? Henry Ford. You know Ford cars? Yes, he's the boss. And he is initiated devotee of Srila Prabhupada. Who was initiated by Srila Prabhupada. His name is Ambarish. He's the chairman of Mayapur temple, the main center of the whole world of ISKCON. He's serving there. And you can see some film actors, he's artist, in the art of Krishna. And you can say a military man who's chanting there and serving, protecting his nation. So you can do all the services in your life, whatever you are, but you can see that your life gets perfect just by serving the Supreme. I'll say a small story. Even if you are qualified to get liberated. So once what happened? This is in the scriptures. So once Narada Muni was, you see, Narada Muni is a traveling preacher. He goes everywhere preaching. He just moves all the three worlds. He'll be moving. So once he came, and there was a Brahmana. He saw that Brahmana was well versed. He was very scholarly person, and he was saying all the verses, the Purusha Sukta. That there's so many things. It is as if Mother Ganges is flowing. No, it was not able to stop his tongue. So fluently was chanting all the mantras, everything. And he was very happy to see this Brahmana. And this Brahmana also invited Narada Muni and made him to sit, and he served him. Something happened there. Then he had a question with Narada Muni. Narada Muni, where are you going? I'm going to Vaikuntha. He said, oh, is it? Please ask the Lord, when will I get liberated? Oh, definitely I'll ask him. And one more thing also. You see what Lord was doing when you go to Vaikuntha. Fine, he'll say there and he'll pass from there. So you'll see a cobbler who's just stitching his shoes and slippers, everything. As soon as seeing Narada Muni, he also invited to his small hut, made him to sit, started serving him. So he also had the same question. My dear Narada Muni, you're going to Vaikuntha. Please let me know when I'll get liberated. You ask the Lord, when will I get liberated? Definitely. Then he asked the same question, and please see what Lord is doing at the time you go. Okay, he went. Then Narada Muni just going to all the places. Then he finally went to Vaikuntha. Then he asked the Lord the same question here. So Brahmana and a cobbler both ask the same question. So when will they get liberated? What's your answer, my dear Lord? The Lord said, this Brahmana takes thousands of lifetimes to get liberated. Thousands of lifetimes. Hare Baba is such a great scholarly person. He knows the essence of all the Vedas, everything. Why will he take thousands of life? Then before asking about cobbler, he thought, a Brahmana takes thousands of lifetimes. What to speak of a cobbler? He might take millions of lifetimes also. Okay, then my dear Lord, what about cobbler? Oh, cobbler, he will get liberated in this lifetime. What? In this lifetime he'll get liberated. How is this possible? Even now, Narada Muni is thinking, my Lord, how is this possible? Then the Lord asked, there's some more question. One more question was there. Yes. What are you doing? They want to know what you're doing at the moment I came and saw you. I had your darshan. Then you say them that I'm trying to insert an elephant in a needle hole. In needle hole, I'm just trying to insert an elephant. Oh, fine. Then he'll come to a Brahmana. He will say the same answer. The Brahmana will invite him. He'll show the respect, all of those things. Then he'll ask, when will I get liberated? He said, 1,000 lifetimes you'll take to get liberated. What? Did you really go to Vaikuntha? 1,000 lifetimes. I'm such a great person, such a great Brahmana, such a great Pandita. I know all the scriptures, all the essence of it. I'm doing my Sandhya Vandana. I'm doing all my activities, rituals, everything perfectly. Takes 1,000 life. Did you really go to Vaikuntha? What Lord was doing there? He said, Lord was trying to insert a elephant in the needle hole. Do you think I'm a fool? Do you think I'm a fool? A needle hole, how can Lord is a foolish person to do these things all? Never I can believe this. He started chastising Narada Muni, you're cheating me. You not even go to Vaikuntha, but you're cheating me in this way. So he also got scared something. He might come and beat me also. He left that place and he went to other place. Then he came to this cobbler. This cobbler was sitting and stitching, and he's as soon as seeing this Narada Muni invited him and everything happened. Then finally he asked, what did the Lord tell? He said, Lord told that you get liberated in this lifetime. Oh, is it? See, that is the mercy of the Lord. I'm such a abominable person, stitching this slippers and shoes and sitting here. Even is giving liberation to me. What to speak of the Lord? He's so merciful. How great is the Lord? What was he doing when you go there? Then he said, Lord was trying to insert this elephant into the needle hole. What? Seeing this surprising expression, even Narada Muni thought, that great scholar Brahmana was not able to believe this. How could this cobbler can believe? Oh, that means he thought that he will not believe this. Then I said, what? Narada Muni, you are a great devotee of the Lord. How could you say this? What did I tell? You're telling that Lord was trying to insert elephant into the needle hole. Why should the Lord try for this? Huh? Yes. Why should he try? He's having Ichcha Shakti. If he just thinks everything can happen. Oh my God. How could have so much of faith on the Lord? Then he says, see, I'm sitting under his banyan tree. Every day there's so many fruits falling on me. You can see this fruit. You just open the fruit. There are hundreds of seeds within it, which is smaller than the mustard seeds. So many small seeds were there. And he said, one seed is holding such a huge banyan tree within it. When that seed is sown, you'll get a banyan tree out of it. When the Lord is able to do this, why can't he insert elephant within the needle hole? This was the faith that cobbler had. We also having such a faith, and whatever abominable work we are doing, not at all matters. Once we engage in the Lord's service, you will get liberated. You will become the perfect of all the human beings. You'll come to your perfection. Clear? Now you should think, Are Baba, even if cobbler can get liberated, why not me now? I'm worse than this cobbler. No way. I can also succeed in my life. No way you can think that you'll not succeed, isn't it? Only thing, little determination you need and commitment towards our life. So make our life as perfect. So understand first thing, understand what is life. That is sufficient. Okay. Next. Bhaktya mama vijanati yavanyasmita tatha tato mam tatoto jnatva. I explained this in the introduction part itself. Only a devotee, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only a devotee can understand me. Yavanyasmi tattvataha as it is. Tato mam tattvato jnata vishate tarantaram. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Very easily can come back to me. Just become devotee of the Lord. You can see in this picture, in his mind, what is there? His intelligence, his thought process, everything, it's the Supreme Lord. Man mana bhavat bhakta madhyajimam namaskuru. It's very clear. Whatever he does, whatever he thinks, whatever activities he does, he's thinking of the Lord. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam manusmara yuddhacha. Krishna says the same thing to Arjuna. Arjuna, you have to fight because you're a kshatriya, but always think about me and fight. Meditate on me and fight. We also should do all our services, cooking, business, working, cleaning, whatever the duties you have to do this. But always meditate on the Lord. Clear? Love of God. Love Godhead. Rays of hope, surrender unto Krishna. Follow. You can see here. Follow, depend on Krishna. Then, following principles of Bhagavad Gita, under the guidance of bona fide Guru, perform acts while remembering Krishna. It's very clear. Depend on him. Don't expect any results to happen. But under the guidance of a spiritual master, we may not have complete, because spiritual master is a person who is higher consciousness than me. That is it. Nothing else. He is also serving the Lord. I am also serving the Lord. In our whole life till the end, we have spiritual master in our life. So he is above me in his consciousness so that he can guide me. He is in the first floor. I am in the ground floor. So he is very clear, seeing the ground floor very widely, but I am not able to see properly. So I'll ask his guidance. He will say this, oh, this is how you have to do, this is how you think. It's very clear because he has passed my path. He knows better than me, so he can teach me. Clear? Yes. So perform acts while remembering Krishna, and do that while remembering Krishna. And result, personal protection. Krishna personally protects us. Pass over all obstacles. Anything comes in our life automatically. You can win all our challenges. Don't think that you don't get any challenges or any troubles. Something like Pandavas. Their whole life was a challenge, but they were able to overcome all the challenges in their life because Krishna was with them. Then personally take you to supreme abode. That's it. You go back to Godhead. This is how our life activity starts. Then here Krishna is saying, Sarvadharman parityaj mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Even if you are a sinner of the sinner, you are committing so many sins and everything in your life, you surrender unto the Lord, that is sufficient. He will see that all the results of your sin has been removed and make you a wise person, a righteous person, so that you can come back to Godhead. It is the Lord who does everything. Mokshayishyami ma shuchaha, I liberate us. In the very beginning, I said this story also. Once again, one more story. I'll say this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. So once there was a king. So he was serving everyone, but did not had any children. So that was end days. So it felt, let me serve each and every person of my kingdom. He called the minister and said, you invite everyone. I want to fulfill everyone's desire. So everybody, the whole kingdom people, everyone came. He asked everyone, what do you need? Some said, I need a house. I need get married. I want to get married, my daughter. Many things. He just fulfilled everyone's desires. Then he was very happy, he asked this minister, or everyone have come from my kingdom. Then the minister said, everyone have come, my dear Lord, but one lady, old lady, she did not come to you. Oh, why? You go personally invite her and we get me. Then he brought that lady, old woman, and she said, I have a desire, but I'm not able to fulfill that. My dear mother, how you wanted that to be fulfilled? She said, I'm very poverty stricken. I don't have any children. But I thought someday I will take you as my child and invite you to my house for one meal at least. Somewhere I felt to serve you, but I'm very poverty stricken, so I cannot serve you. Then the king ordered the minister, Minister, in 1 week time, I'm going to this mother's house. You see that everything has been arranged. Then, okay, the minister went along with this lady and he saw there was a small hut. Oh my God. Then finally, he took this lady to the kingdom. He kept her in one guest room, very international guest room. He kept there. And he said, give us 1 week time, we'll do all the arrangements. They came, they built a small palace here because Lord has king has to come and stay. No, they built a big palace there, and all the arrangements were done. Because if king comes, he has to sit, so there should be a hasan, there should be good chairs. So all the chairs were arranged. Then he might take rest also. So there was a cot and bed, everything was arranged. And now she has to cook for him. So the kitchen was arranged, all the utensils, all the ingredients, everything was kept ready in just 7 days. Then this lady was brought to this house, and the king also was brought. She prepared the food and served his king. That's a story for you. What did you understand here? Just ordinary person, a king. She felt to serve him. She was able to get the house, get the ingredients, and get the items to the house. Everything what is required for her life, everything was arranged. Just one small desire she had to serve the king. Now we have the desire to serve the Supreme Lord, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, the Supreme Lord. If you have a desire to serve, if you have a desire to offer one glass of milk to the Lord, one meal to the Lord, just imagine how our life will be so prosperous, like, isn't it? Only thing, complete with the devotion we have to serve the Lord, that is sufficient. He can provide us everything. He can provide even the universe to us, because He is the boss. He can do anything. So this is a message. Till then, you don't serve the Lord from the heart. You cannot be prosperous or you cannot be happy in this material world also. It is the only secret to be happy. Clear? Okay, surrender unto Krishna. Surrender only to Krishna, transcendental peace, supreme and eternal abode, free from sinful reactions. All this you get just by serving the Lord. End results, who can receive? One who distributes this knowledge, one who studies, one who listens with faith, the supreme auspiciousness. The results of all this is who can receive? Devoted, non-envious friend, self-control. From the very beginning, I've said the many in the 9th chapter also. Non-envious on the Lord. Don't try to become the boss, rather try to become the servant. You will be protected by the Lord. It's very clear. But our material knowledge, what it teaches us, even it starts from the school itself. You have to dominate everyone. You should become the first rank. You, some or the other, you have to win this. That is it they teach. They'll never teach us to lose. Hare Baba, you'll be thinking, losing is what is there? Yes, losing, don't think losing has your understanding. Become humble. Become humble. You will win the whole world. It is nothing but by losing, you win the whole world. Winning is the ultimate goal, but the process how to win, that is devotion. Clear? Yes. Friend and self-control. Then Krishna gives freedom, devotees surrender. You can see here, Krishna gives the freedom after saying all this Bhagavad Gita. Finally, he's not ordering Arjuna here. He's not ordering him. See, I said everything. That means completely surrender unto me. That is your position. Never is saying that. Rather, he gives that option to Arjuna. Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vismrushyaitat asheshena yatechasi tatha kuru. Thus, I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. I have given complete confidential knowledge, everything I have told you. Arjuna, now you decide. You decide what you should do. It is not, but I am ordering you. But are we like something like Arjuna? What Arjuna is saying here. Arjuna vacha nashto moha smritir labda tvat prasadan mayuchyata stitosmi gato sandeha harishe vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, oh infallible one, my illusion is now gone. My illusion was that Swachanam. My, what I can say, spiritual master, my great grandfather, my friends, my relatives, everyone are mine. That was my illusion. So I was not ready to do my duties. I have regained my memory by your mercy. By your mercy, now I have understood who am I. I only one relation in my life I have, that is Krishna, because I am soul. My relation is to the super soul. All the bodily relationship doesn't belong to me. My relation is only Krishna. I am now firm and free from doubt, and I'm prepared to act according to your instructions. So whatever you say, that becomes my activities or my order. Like whatever you order, I'm ready to do that, because only source or only relationship is it's you, Krishna. I could understand that by this knowledge. Now the question: have we understood this? Have we understood that our relationship is only Krishna, none other than Krishna? Is only well-wisher to us. Nobody can protect us in this whole universe other than Krishna. Even the 33 crore devatas cannot protect us. It's only Krishna who protects us. This is ultimate knowledge. Then, one who distributes this knowledge, a person who distributes this knowledge, what is he going to get? See, for one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed just by distributing to others. Don't be selfish. You have understood something in your life, distribute to others. Krishna will be very much pleased. He will show his mercy on you. This spiritual knowledge will be revealed to you once you try to explain to others. Once you even if you're not able to preach or do something, yes, next there's some Kannada batch or some English batch might come, you just give this message to others. Or else, as I said, the charity part, buy some every month 10% of your income should be give for the Lord service. Purchase some books, distribute freely to everyone, or prepare in house some food, offer to the Lord and distribute the prasadam to everyone. Somewhere give Krishna to others. Clear? And at the end, he will come back to me. By doing this activities, he will come back to me because he is giving my knowledge. Krishna says that he is very dear to me. Then one who studies, just who studies without doing this also, worships me by intelligence. So many days we are doing, no, ring the bell and doing something, all rituals, we thought that is bhakti. Now we'll come out of it. No, no, no. Having a relationship with the Lord is bhakti, not this rituals. This rituals is a process which helps me to do. Decorating the Lord, decorating the flowers, decorating, keeping the prasadam, everything is a process. Even chanting is a process to develop the love towards the Lord. That he will understand with intelligence, he will start worshipping the Lord. Then one who listens with faith. Now I don't do anything with faith, just I'm listening here. Even he is benefited, frees from sinful reactions and attains to the auspicious planets. He'll go to the heavenly planets just by hearing this session. Clear? Just by hearing this session, he'll go back to, not back to God, he'll go to heavenly planets. He'll enjoy the auspicious planets. Clear? And Krishna is assuring this. It's not me. Finally, it is Sanjaya is revealing to Dhritarashtra. Started from Dhritarashtra, now ending with Sanjaya. Sanjaya is concluding it. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvani Tir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mistakes, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Very clear. There is this Krishna, and there are devotees. Arjuna is nothing but a devotee. Where you are being in the association of the devotee, all you're going to get opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. It is assured. Where is Lord, you get all. The whole universe is with you. Forget about the house or some earthly planet. Even the whole universe is with you because the Supreme Lord is with you. When Prime Minister is sitting next to you, it means the whole country is with you. He can order or he can give you anything to his wish. You can ask for a house in Delhi, he can provide you. Somewhere in Karnataka, he will provide you. Any part of the whole country can provide whatever you need. Just an ordinary prime minister sitting next to you. Think that Lord, Supreme Lord is next to you. He is holding the whole universe. He can give anything you ask for. Isn't it? Yes. Please, even if you have a desires of material things, you surrender it. Clear? This is knowledge, and this is essence of the Gita. And my duty is here to convey the message to you, and your duty is to choose the right path. That's it. Okay, smile. Summary of Karma Yoga, modes of nature, ideal worker, love of God, and end results. And what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow also we have a session. So it is a conclusive session of all the chapters. Like, so 18 chapters in 1 hour, it will be completed. And it will be said you about the next level. So how we are going to continue further this sessions, and feedback session will be there. So your realizations you can share and all those things. And introduction of representatives. So how many circles do we have? How it is going on? Who are all in the background working behind the screen? Like, it's only me who is telling, and you can see only Santosh Babu and Chandrasekhar, but many devotees who are working behind this. So you can see the quiz links, and somebody is putting the message and something all you get, and you get the phone calls. Somebody is calling you to attend the session. Something all is happening. Yes. Tomorrow all those pictures you'll be able to see. Okay. Yes. So quiz. Today will be the last quiz. So I request Chandrasekhar Prabhu or Pramod Prabhu to send all the links from day 1 to the last, from the first chapter to the 18th chapter. If you have missed out any of the quiz link, please do attend all the quiz links. So you'll get a certificate. Even if you don't get a certificate, not a problem. You'll get a certificate. Even if you're not willing to take a certificate, also not a problem. You attend all the quiz links. Clear? Yes. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashkanamnam Kalikalmashanashanam Natar Paratarupaya Sarvavedeshu Drishyate. This is Kali Santarna Upanishad, the ultimate. Kali Santarna Upanishad, the Upanishad meant for this Kali Yuga. That scripture is telling you this Iti Shodashka Namnam, this 16 syllables Maha Mantra is Kali Kalmashanashanam. All the contaminations of this Kali Yuga can be removed. Nata Parataropaya. There is no other alternative for this. You cannot go to any other options. There is no other option for you. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyati. Even you search the whole Vedas, you cannot find a better mantra than this for this particular Kali Yuga. Clear? The message is very clear. Now the option is in your hands. Choice. Whichever you want, you can choose. Clear? This is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharvika Giridhari, ISKCON HPR layout. Now, any questions, you can raise your hand.